Get Rich Slow with John Wolfe. So most steps to building your wealth are actually going to be not very dramatic and very slow. My first real step was actually very dramatic. So my first home purchase was a crazy deal. I bought a house at well under market value. I bought it with an imaginary down payment, and I also immediately got a home equity loan to fix up the house. I will not describe to you how to do an imaginary down payment, because if you attempt to do that and the plan fails, then very negative financial consequences will result in that. Anyways, here's what the setup for all of that looked like. So I found out through friends of friends that a particular home was heading towards foreclosure. The owner came under bad circumstances, literally couldn't pay his mortgage, not a bad person, but it is what it is. And to make matters worse, the house was in terrible shape. By terrible shape, I mean the roof had failed, and I mean 2 ceilings of different rooms were gone. And this is a house made from lath and plaster, not drywall. It takes a lot of water and time to do that. The house also obviously had a rat infestation. There were non-paying renters in the house, and the home's owner or relative therein was a hoarder. So there was trash floor to ceiling. And I actually got a normal conventional loan. My interest rate was less than 4%, and I did not pay private mortgage insurance or any crazy fees. This was not a 30-day smooth close situation, but this is how it kind of functioned. So found this home, negotiated a purchase price that the owner could live with and agreed to. Then I went through the process of actually getting approved for the loan. Now, me myself, I was relatively easy to approve. I had money to put down, I had good credit, and I had a stable job that justified the home purchase. Additionally, I was obviously buying the home for less than what its market value really should have been. Obviously, it had some problems. Anyways, you get into the loan process with the property and get an appraisal. And the appraisal came back with a list of serious problems. Off the top of my head, I think that there were 19 stop sale health and safety violations. Most of them were really easy to fix. And by fix, I just mean get past the inspection so you can get your home loan. Not, I don't have to come back and actually fix this. So they were things like a couple broken windows, wires sticking out of the wall, little double-sided tape and outlet cover takes care of that really nicely, and smoke detectors and a hot water heater strap. Well, double-sided tape, smoke detectors, here, wherever they go, put a strap on the water heater. I mean, that's not that hard. Obviously, the appraiser called out the fact that ceilings were gone, and the roof was clearly leaking, and there was rats and some dry rot, but that can actually be solved through what's called a lender holdback. And a lender holdback is only possible if you are buying something under real market value. So, the appraised value for the house, I'm just making up numbers, was $300,000. But the homeowner was willing to sell it to me with all these problems for $200,000. So I had $100,000 to play with. Now, one of the ways that we used this $100,000 to play with was the lender holdback. So I couldn't, with the amount of risk I was willing to assume before the house was mine, I couldn't personally, fix ceilings, put new roofs on, get rid of a rat infestation, fix or ameliorate dry rot. But all I actually had to do was get a bid contract for all of those things, and those were added up. The lender reserved actually 150% of that, and the loan went through, and it became my house. The work got done, all the receipts went in, the lender paid those, and then the previous owner of the house, because it was part of the whole purchase contract and everything, actually got the extra money. I told you 150% of the cost of the repairs was reserved. I barely spent more than that because I'm not trying to hose the guy in any way. One of the first rules to making money long term is treat everybody in your transaction really well, like you're gonna do business with them again, because one way or the other you are, or you will buy via reputation. So anyways, this is actually the house I'm sitting in. I might give you guys a tour lately. Yes, I know I haven't put the trim up, but this house is quite nice. Again, I think that my all-in cost, the way the house is sitting today, and that's with new HVAC system and a whole bunch of nice stuff, is about $270,000, and it recently appraised for, because I got a home equity line, a bigger one, for $480,000, and I subsequently used that home equity line to purchase a fourplex. So this is the kind of hopping forward that you can do. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, comments, let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Again, I actually do home loans. No, you're not allowed to do your own home loans. But I can certainly help you do crazy things. Have an awesome day. Bye.